What is up, everyone? It's Matt with the IDP Guys here to tell you my top 5 IDP takeaways from week 15 of the NFL season. Before we get to that, though, be sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and sign up for our signed Nakobe Dean jersey giveaway that's going to be given away as soon as we hit 1,000 YouTube subscribers, something you don't want to miss. Let's get to those takeaways. Takeaway number 1, in Cincinnati, there was a bit of a breakout game for a rookie, and that was Daxton Hill. He played 89% of the defensive snaps. He had 8 combined tackles. So many of us are wondering, is this a shift in the defensive back scheme in Cincinnati? Hold your horses. Both Von Bell and Jesse Bates both played 100% of the defensive snaps. So the pecking order still remains as it has been all year. My guess is the Bengals were scheming for the high-profile passing offense that the Buccaneers have to offer. So dynasty-wise, Hill stock is up, but in terms of redraft for your playoff push right now, he's probably best left on the bench. Takeaway number 2, there's maybe a changing of the guards in linebacker in Atlanta. Troy Anderson played 82% of the defensive snaps. He had 7 combined tackles, whereas Mikael Walker only played 24% of those defensive snaps. Rashaan Evans still played 100%, so he's still the LB1 there, but the Falcons have proved that that defensive scheme can support 2 linebackers, and if Anderson's going to be getting that play time, he is going to be a must-add for at least LB3 value to win you that championship. Get him accordingly. Takeaway number 3, Pete Werner is back from injury, so how did that impact the New Orleans linebacking core? Well, Werner played 74% of the defensive snaps, Caden Ellis played 64% of the defensive snaps, and both had very similar outputs. Both had 4 combined tackles. Ellis actually ended up with a nice splash play sack, whereas Demario Davis, the LB1 there in New Orleans, seemingly he played 100% of the defensive snaps. So what does this mean for their value moving forward? Well, Ellis played well enough that he earned regular snaps even once Werner is back. So maybe Werner is still getting ramped up back from his injury, but my guess is that's going to be a bit of a linebacking rotation, whereas Davis is the only one you can truly trust for consistent production moving forward. So it's up to you how you want to use that information moving forward, but I think there's a bit of a timeshare happening in New Orleans at that LB2 spot. Takeaway number 4, in Kansas City. If you were just looking at the stat line, you would think Leo Chenal overtook Willie Gay at that linebacker 2 spot in Kansas City. Chenal ended up with 5 combined tackles, but he only played 43% of the defensive snaps. Whereas Nick Bolton and Willie Gay continue to see their normal sort of play time. So don't overreact to the fact that Leo Chenal had a great game. I know we all want those rookies to be performing well, especially this time of the year. So Chenal's stock is definitely up in Dynasty, but you should not rely on him as you go for your championship the rest of this year. And finally, takeaway number 5, there was an injury in Dallas that might have fantasy implications moving forward. Leighton Vander Ash left this game fairly early, which left there more opportunities for the other linebackers in Dallas. The main benefactor from a production standpoint was Damone Clark, who ended up leading the team with 9 combined tackles on 74% of defensive snaps played. But also, Anthony Barr saw an uptick in production. He played 93% of the defensive snaps and had 7 combined tackles. Monitor that Vander Ash injury, as he's been sort of an unsung hero at the LB2 spot all year. So if he misses time, there's definitely production in that Dallas scheme for one or both of those linebackers to end up being IDP relevant, especially in those deeper leagues. So monitor and play them accordingly. So there you have it. Those are my top 5 IDP takeaways from week 15 of the NFL season. My name is Matt, I work for the IDP Guys, and I will see you next week.